Look at your journey, making Lalitpur FC champions, right? And coming straight away to India and making Calicut FC champion. And initially, you had a flu in your camp. You mentioned about that, and from that, each game you were like fighting with. And how was this journey?
Yeah, well, I mean the journey was very, very tough. I mean we started with nothing. I mean nothing, and where we are today, it's like black and white. And I just like to thank the chairman for his involvement, not just for like Calicut FC, but for Kerala football, and the bigger picture is Indian football, because he's a champion. I mean he's really, yeah, he's a really great bloke, and I mean we need, and I say we because I'm here in India, we need people like this to embrace the game and nurture it and bring it along to the professional level where it possibly should be. I mean, the support that we had from the chairman was like phenomenal, and the the IBS group. I mean, they've really taken a hold of this and embraced the whole football culture. And yeah, our journey was difficult. I mean, we had problems at the beginning. I mean, Belfort got injured playing for the SLK select game, so we had him missing to start with, which was not the best. And then we had a flu that went just like ripping through us. I mean, I was game one. I was terribly sick. I mean, I coughed at one stage and I thought my head was going to just fall off. But yeah, and then we got into a little bit of a rhythm, and then we got a little bit more consistent, and then we added a couple more players to the squad, which we really needed to be competitive. Because don't underestimate SLK, the competition here, because a lot of the teams are very, very good. I mean, we are fortunate enough to have won the group stage, and then we've won the championship at the end. I mean, there was many, many good teams. I mean, for instance, Tresua, I mean, they finished bottom of the group. But I'll tell you, they were a decent team. They were good. Then Kanua, they were also another good team. So Malipuran, they were. I mean, they were all good teams. I mean, Trivandrum. I mean, I think I've gone through them all. I mean, every team was okay, and like, I mean, there was lots of good players, and there was lots of good football, and the quality of the football did get better as the competition went on. I mean, 10 games we finished top, scored the most amount of goals in the competition. Yeah, I mean, we always try to play on the front foot. We're always trying to outscore the opposition. We always try to do that. Yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable, and I think that if you really ask the players, they were tickled. They were extremely happy with how they were treated, and how they were treated as individuals, as like players, by the coaching staff, and then by the management. Yeah, I mean, this model is good. I think the SLK model is a good model, and if you could replicate this and put it throughout the country, I think it would be a plus for Indian football.
Okay, just last one more question. What do you think about the Kerala talent? You have Gani Nigam, Mohammad Riaz, Arshaf, many talented Malayali players, Brito. I mean, there are more number of players to name. So, what do you think about these Malayali players, and what are their future, and what is the future of Kerala football, and also through that Indian football?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, you look at Ashraf. Ashraf's played every single minute of the competition.
The perfect number 6 in football. Arshaf.
He plays number 6, but I think he wears number 19 maybe, or something like that. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job, and he's been exposed to professional football because he's under 23. And I mean, if it was a normal competition, you possibly wouldn't get that kind of exposure. Coaches wouldn't actually go for a younger player. So I mean, the law, or sorry, not the law, the rule of having two under 23 players is quite positive.
Okay, last but not the least, what do you think about the Calicut FC fans? I mean, look at the crowd.
I mean, the Calicut FC fans are number one. I mean, they're fantastic. I mean, I never ever thought they would be quite as good as this.
How was their energy today, Calicut FC fan?
Energy was brilliant. I wish I had as much energy as them. No, I mean, the Calicut FC supporters are phenomenal, and I hope that they stick with Calicut, and I hope they stick with Kerala Blasters. I hope they follow the ISL team, because I think that's the only way football is going to develop, is if everybody pushes in one direction and supports one another.
So I think thank you so much, and I think you will be here next time also in the next season also, and thank you so much.